Yo, what is up, my people? Manga Marley here. Just wanted to make a quick little video today. Mostly I want to talk about this Brago stream that happened a couple weeks ago. I think actually about a week and a half, I want to say. The Hunter x Hunter Power March Madness bracket, whatchamacallit. Needless to say, I have a few gripes with how that tournament shaped out and some of the votes that were happening in it. Being an absolutely avid Hunter x Hunter fan, someone who's watched the anime 2011 and 1999, watched the 2011 probably about a good 5 times at this point, beginning to end. Currently rereading the entirety of the manga. I am just finishing up the York New arc. But yeah, I'm a huge Togashi fan in general. But Hunter x Hunter to me is has to be one of the greatest pieces of literature I've ever read. Manga or otherwise, doesn't matter. Hunter x Hunter is up there. The York New arc and the Chimera Ant arc alone, I think you could put up against any single arc in any manga, anywhere, anytime. Very, very few arcs in manga I would put over those 2 arcs, and Chimera Ant might be the greatest to me. So that is a pretty good segue into my main issue with the tournament power that went down on the Brago stream. I don't know if anyone else saw it or caught it, but there was a matchup that happened in the first round, which I admit is probably a pretty bad matchup to have in the first round, but it was mind-boggling to me who won, and I still cannot wrap my head around it. It was a matchup between Youpi and Silva, Killua's dad. Now, the victor of this matchup in the stream was Silva. What in the fuck were these niggas thinking? Like, no, real shit. So my main gripe with this selection is the fact that there was very little to zero evidence to back up even the preponderance or the idea that Silva would be anywhere close to the same level as Youpi. Now, the argument that was being made in the stream was that Silva had more experience, and being the head of the Zoldyck family had an absurd amount of net as well. Those 2 things together would have given him the edge against Youpi. That was the argument stated by Brago, by probably 3 or 4 other niggas. Here's my problem with that argument. It has been shown in the manga and in the anime that you do not have to be stronger than your father to take over the role of head of the Zoldyck family. Meaning, just because you are the head of the Zoldyck family does not necessarily mean you're the strongest in the Zoldyck family. This has been seen when it was showcased that Killua's great-grandfather and Sylvia's grandfather, Maha Zoldyck, it was shown that he was on par with Prime Netero when in the manga and in the anime, I believe, but at least I know for sure in the manga, it was stated that he fought him to a standstill when Netero was in his prime, meaning that Maha, being Zeno's father, was almost certainly out of his prime by this point and was able to fight on par with a prime Netero, meaning that in his prime, this dude was on a level that we don't even quite know of yet. I mean, it hasn't been showcased in the anime or the manga, his abilities, but if he was able to fight prime Netero to a standstill when he was already out of his, what level was he on when he was in his prime? That makes me think, he may in fact have some kind of relationship with Gon's great-grandfather that we've been told is currently running around in the Dark Continent. I'm thinking those 2 are probably kind of markers for where we